S6, round 12 of Japan, the finale. So, this is where the season will end. Most things have been decided at this stage, and although it means the end of the season might mean you might see one or two different things, and in this case, I have a co-commentator with me, whose name is, and they are Felix. So, how are you today?
Hello, hello. Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited about this race. Gonna be interesting to see who can set the pace today.
Honestly, there might be some one or two things maybe happening in terms of placements. If you can get a higher position in championship, might be enough to convince the admins to put you into a higher tier.
Yeah, I would say,
Were you saying something there?
Oh yeah, sorry, you talk.
If you want. So you signed up for season 28, so you probably might want to see if you have the pace there for it. Maybe
yeah,
F6.
I'll be looking at some of the times. I know some of the drivers, not know everyone. I haven't raised a few of these people.
Yeah.
Well,
One or two.
On the track is Finlay, who's already won the championship. So he's gonna be wanting to put a good lap in right at the start, finish up the season on a high.
Yeah, he does. May as well, although he's not under much pressure, so there's not much to actually play for here. Maybe just a couple of places in championship, but well, maybe as well, if you can point a final race, that'll be what people think might be remember when they're placing people into tiers.
Yeah, I would expect obviously definitely the highest placed people in the championship to be moving up tiers. But,
Yeah.
Do want to impress on the last race of the season, is obviously that's the one that sticks in the mind the most.
Let me see if we can get up the standings. We'll see. Maybe the battle for 5th might actually be an interesting thing, since there's about 8 points separating 5th and 7th. So I guess we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that fight is between Beret, Björn and Kerem.
Yeah, so seeing the Kremi's on a lap. Let's see who's going to start a lap. We might have to wait a bit.
Finlay's already on a lap time. Purple sector 1, obviously, as he's the first one on a lap.
That will be correct.
That's in the delta time. Bit of a lock-up going into the hairpin. Could have lost time, but didn't look too bad. Now, sector 2, 109.7. Once again purple. But, well, that's to be expected. He's going to be starting the first lap of the session, going around the Casio triangle. And over the line, there's going to be a 1:25.7.
Yep, not a bad lap there. At all. Kerem says 25.4, although I think he can actually go a bit quicker than that one. So, let's see. Anyways, Sysmix has went P3. Actually, no, it's P4 because Terracer has said 26.1. German Panda 26.9.
The next one over the line is gonna be Emin. He is just going through the Casio triangle right now. Let's see where he ends up. It's gonna be a 26.9.
Seems like the Red Bulls are closely matched on pace, but they both will want to be going quicker. Based on what we're seeing.
went third fastest with 25.8.
Mm. Let's see, Picor now.
Carlos is gonna purple sector 1.
Yeah.
Could be one to look out for.
Yeah, no, he's got 0 ERS.
Or is he abandoning the lap, or is he just trying to get better traction? I think he's abandoning.
Yeah, that doesn't look like the... he wants to... Looks like he's going to be resetting a competitive lap. 110.1 after the second sector for Raymid. See, the lock up... Well, fine. Sometimes locking up is actually a good... Will actually gain you a bit of time. I know, it doesn't seem right, but in this... well, the game is one explanation. 26.2 for Raymid though, so it's a decent pace. Panos in the pits.
Hausmann is going to be finishing his lap soon. He is just about to finish up second sector. And his sector time is going to be a 1:10.1.
Yes, so that's it.
Like,
he could be on for maybe P5, P6. Depending on what he does in the last sector, maybe even P4. If he can really hook up this last sector, it's only P8 actually.
But it's quite close from P6 to P8, about half a tenth, and then Kev also only 1/10 behind that. AMS is currently the only one on the hot lap, I believe.
I believe so. So he's currently coming down towards Spoon Curve. He takes a bit of curb, but not too much.
Might have lost some time there.
Yeah.
Touching the curb on the exit of Spoon. Might be getting some slipstreams from the runner up ahead. But yeah, he's just a bit too far behind for that. 1:10.6 through the timing line.
That does seem a bit slow in comparison.
Yeah, I think that's half a second slower than what Hoffman did, and he goes 12 fastest with a 1:26.9.
So yeah, that's pretty much everyone setting the lap except for Panos, but Panos is out now in that lap.
Yeah.
The strategy here is usually soft medium or soft hard, depending on how you feel with tyre wear. So, would you say the mediums would be probably the better choice?
I personally prefer the soft medium, but that also definitely depends on how good you can manage the tires for class running, how comfortable you are without ABS. Maybe some people will be locking up more than others, which will obviously influence tire wear a lot. Panda is going to start a hot lap, currently in P13 with a 1:26.9. If he improves by about half a tenth, that will already be one position. But then we need to find 2 more tenths after that to improve further.
Yeah. So let's see what you can do in this first sector. Not right so far.
Let's see, can he take the sled out? No, he can't. He has to lift just a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't want to get on that curb. And now to first Degner. Carries the speed. He's only 3/10 up.
Oh, he's fun!
Oh! Dear.
That lap is done.
For
He's not
sure.
gonna be improved now, but he's still in the session. He's only lost his front wing. Just gonna go back to the pit lane, get a new one, and then go out again. Panos is meanwhile starting a new lap. Currently, other lap time. As he touches the grass just a little bit.
Yeah, that
the
doesn't...
section.
From what we've seen there, it doesn't seem like it'll be that much of an improvement in the first sector at least, although it might still be an improvement.
Should be an improvement, he hasn't seen a lap yet.
Well, yeah, true. That's a good point.
No oversteer coming off the hairpins and manages that really well. Can be quite a difficult spot. The yellow flag at the S section is the Mercedes.
Yeah, slow Mercedes. Kev, on an outlap, so he's just letting people through. Japan.
Let's see. Pando's gonna go over the timing line very soon, and it's gonna be a 1 10.3.
3, so
Should be
not bad.
P10.
Yeah, it seems like P10, P11 might be where he ends up. Depends on what.
Short shift into 50 on the exit, so not very confident on the power there.
26.5.
is. Emin is currently half a second up, so he will be improving by quite a lot there. That could move him up quite some way, maybe towards the top 10 even, if he manages to bring that over the line.
Might be. And let's see now. P11. Right, but he's very close, so who knows what's gonna happen. Some of the top guys on laps now. Krem's about, or no?
No, Krem's going to pit lane.
Pit lane.
But Finlay is just done the lap time. He's about 3 tenths behind Krem P2.
Yellow flags being thrown out.
Across the entire
oh
circuit.
no, just Hasses.
Oh, Pico is out. And Simics is also spinning around. Goes back into the circuit. Oh, he's almost been hit by Finlay. He had managed to avoid him just about. As well. Oh, that's awkward. He's gonna have to let everyone through here on the grass. But it's worked out for him.
So let's see if there's improvement here. It is.
Finlay, it's 3 times improvement, so this could potentially be near Krem's time, maybe even in the pole position, depending on how he takes this last corner. Oh,
no!
Just a little bit of a slide that might have cost him. And it's a 25.6.
Yeah.
It does improve, but it's not enough to beat Krem. Rames goes 4 as fast with 25.9, getting into 25s.
Yeah, only just, but he has done it. So, that is a pretty good one. Well, a good lap from Raymond. Terracer.
Houseman is going to go over the line any second now. He goes into P7, 26.1.
Yeah, P7, not a bad lap there. Probably still another opportunity to set another lap.
Got a few people just starting. Oh, there's a runner off at the exit of this. Oh, I think it's gone slowly. Oh no, it's just let someone past.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like much. Dreamer Panda looking to set a better lap now. He was improving in the time. He's not found as much improvement. Oh, an invalidation.
Invalidated.
Yeah, not a good quality for Dreamer Panda, to say the least, it seems.
Yeah, he's still got 5 minutes to go. He could still go back to the pits and go for another run.
Maybe.
Currently nobody on the fast lap. Although AMS would have finished in the fast lap, so sorry about that. And it's gonna be P11 for him, 26.4. So yeah, that crash might have really cost Pico, because he might be ending up in last now if Panda finds... yeah, okay, Panda is 3 tenths behind him, so we'd have to find quite a bit of time.
Well, yeah, but he is finding that time in the first sector, and then you just have to find just a bit of a general improvement in the next 2 sectors to beat him, so...
Sunwood is just starting a hot lap right now. Currently in P6 with 26.1.
And the McLaren's gonna have to watch out if Sismic gets out of the way.
Oh, big lockup into the hairpin. Will have cost him quite a bit of time there. Doesn't take quite a perfect line through there as well because of it. You'll probably want to be aiming for the top 5. Very close to track limits into the exit of Spoon. And gonna go over the timing line. Improves by 4/10.
Yeah,
So quite a big improvement for him. This could put him maybe even towards top 3.
Yeah, just has to lock up, but actually seems fine.
Roger, the 5th he has open over the line.
P3!
Indeed, P3.
He lost time
run,
though, it seemed, did it? Did it also...
Panda's about to finish a hot lap. He is half a second up, so Panda could put Picot down to last place. Where will he move up to?
P14. And I think that'd be it for him.
He's doing the exact same lap time as NSX Beret. Both of them are 26.5. Thanos is currently on a hot lap, trying to get out of second last place. Effectively last, as Pico can't improve anymore. But he has abandoned this lap time. McLaren of JML, Simics though, just going through the first sector right now.
Oh, a spin for Mercedes, Kev.
It's Kev. He's off at Degner. He's gonna have to wait for the McLaren to go past.
Degner too.
And he does wait.
And that might be a quali over.
Yeah, it's about, just over under 2 minutes to go, so I assume he's not gonna go back to the pit lane. Symbolic is off as well at turn 1. Coming off turn 1. He's gonna have to wait for the AlphaTauri to go past. And he does. But the AlphaTauri Panos is coming as well. Hopefully he's gonna be able to get out of his way. Yeah, he's all the way on the grass, so no problem about that one.
So let's see what Panos able to do in the first sector. He's 2/10 up, so that would be enough to put him nearly in top 10. So it's proven to be a fairly close quali in Japan.
I think the McLaren of JML is tired.
Yeah.
After crossing the line.
Well, as for the top group, crowd about to start laps, so go through it and see.
The first one.
Seeing a lot of speed into the first sector and through the S's.
We're gonna take a look at Finlay. He's currently only 2/10 behind Karam. So it's probably between those two for pole position.
Well, Karam's a 10th up, well, just under, at about 9/100ths. And now to the hairpin.
Oh, Finlay runs a bit wide through turn 3 and touches that curb. That was, went well. Didn't cause oversteer. Yes. 1/10 down through the first sector. So not looking like an pro. Finlay is validated. Finlay is validated this lap time.
Yep, and he's just backed off.
Gone.
So Karam looks like another purple sector, and now he should be secure for pole position, but I'm sure he would like to put in a real good lap here. It is at 25.2 from Karam, so...
That is a really good lap time, yeah.
Indeed. Raymond's going P3, 25.7.
Ron is about 2/10 up right now, could move him into the top 3, maybe even past Finlay. Yes, open over line.
P3!
P3! Very close with Finlay.
6,000 of a second actually. Emmons invalidated, Panos slow. Terracer invalidated. That's it.
That's it. So that's our qualifying positions, our starting positions. Karam takes pole from Finlay and Ron with about a 4/10 gap. So Karam definitely looking like the pace leader here in Japan.
So that's it seems. We're just waiting for Panos to be brought into the pits and we'll be done.
There we go then.
Yeah.
That is qualifying, and these are our results.
So, Verti Karem lines up on pole with a pretty dominant pole position, 125.257. Finlay P2 after messing up some laps after his banker. Running P3, 25.6. P4, Sancho is P5, Terence at P6, Kev P7, Houseman P8, Panos P9, Symbolics P10, Sysmix P11, AMS P12, M P13, Bear P14, Panda P15, Picor P16. So, interesting enough quality, so, and the race should be decent as well. Only one DRS zone, so you're not, chances of DRS trains aren't that likely.
Yeah, overtaking can be very difficult around here, so it's very crucial for Karam that he's gotten pole position. And that he gets a good start to keep that track position, take advantage of it, and just, even if there are faster people behind, he's gonna be able to hold on. Just by managing his ERS.
Yeah.
But seeing as he got pole by quite some margin, he probably won't even be needing to do that. And will more likely just be hoping to drive away at the front.
Yeah, the start would be the crucial thing, because you end up stuck behind someone in Japan, it can be fairly hard to overtake. Considering you don't have multiple DRS zones to do it, and the one DRS zone that is there isn't even that long of a straight.
Yeah, and it doesn't lead into that half braking zone. Turn 1 can be very, very dangerous to overtake. It's quite easy to understeer into someone if you're on the inside. So no matter if you go on the outside, the other guy could understeer into you, or if you're on the inside, you could understeer into him. Both of these can lead to a crash, obviously. And the only other real opportunity is 130R going to the Casio Triangle, which, well, 130R is obviously dangerous, because it's a very fast corner, and the Casio Triangle, he could re-overtake you going to turn 1. So it's very difficult to get past someone and also stay in front of someone.
Yeah, in terms of tyres here, it seems simple enough. Everyone outside top 10 is on mediums, except for Picor, who's went with softs. So he's looking to make up positions on lap 1 perhaps and take advantage, but otherwise it seems like everyone else wants to go long into the race, maybe up for a later safety car, and that seems to be the idea for them.
Yeah, I would be expecting most of these guys to be doing a soft medium or medium soft, depending on which side to start at, as Panda has gone off into a gravel.
Hang on, who's went off?
Panda's gone off into a gravel. He is back on circuit now. Oh, he spun.
Oh god. That's a way to get your tires warmed up.
I guess, but also dirty. But he does have about half a lap to go still, so shouldn't be too much of a worry.
I don't think it's intentional, but I mean, it probably has worked, but they're probably a bit too heated now.
Yeah, he does have some good amount of time to get them back to temperature. But obviously, that's not what you want. Can be a big knock on confidence if you spin on a formation lap. Predicted this pit system is actually a soft to hard, or a soft medium, but I would expect them to be able to do soft mediums. I think at this level people can manage the tires good enough to be able to make that work without issues.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that much of a problem. The softs will probably have a bit weird towards the end of the stint, but you should be fine.
It could be an interesting dynamic with the certain medium tires charging from behind towards the end of the first stint.
Yeah, it depends on what they can do to start, perhaps.
So, Graham is already lined up. He's gonna have a bit of a wait until Panda and Pico arrive. Panda is just also coming onto the grid now. So we are lining up for the race.
Yep, this should be it now.
Everyone has arrived.
Yep, so we're going to be soon 5 red lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out in Japan. We are racing for the last time in season 27. Looks like Finley's got a really good start.
Oh, back already!
Oh, yeah. It's this mixing. Looks like Houseman as well. Meanwhile, it seems like Krem's held it at the start. Raymond and Sancho is to swap positions. Actually, no, maybe Racers actually could have had the pair of them.
Yeah, Simmonix had a brilliant start. Terrorist as well. Houseman and Sismix made contact before turn 1 even.
Yeah,
didn't see exactly what happened.
Yeah, just coming together, it seems like. But
Pico also had a brilliant start, up 5 positions, using the soft tires.
Oh, Jima Panda, he's out.
Panda's out!
We're gonna have to...
Seems like that's a safety car.
Yep, that's a safety car. Just...
Oh, on board with Sismix. Panda seems to have stopped it coming off Deckner too, or maybe he's made contact with another car.
Must have been, because there's no way you could end up like that really on your own.
Yeah, it's quite a bit away from the corner actually. I don't think that just he's spinning out of the corner. It was probably contact with someone. Well, that will be up to the stewards to look at. Let's see, is anyone gonna be able, or gonna be going for a gamble here, maybe for an early pit stop onto hard tires?
That could be a...
It's a possibility.
It's a possibility, but it's unlikely. No. And then kind of look... Oh, Raymond went for it. He might have been dummied by wrong.
As well, but Kev, I think he has wing damage.
Yeah, I think Kev may as well go for that. Or mediums. Hang on.
Kev changed
no, Raymond.
Both Mercedes in the pit lane, I believe.
Oof, a double stack, but it's under safety car, so...
Raymond and Houseman are indeed on the hard tires. Kev on the mediums. What about Sismix? He's also going for mediums. So if Raymond and Houseman could carry those hards to the end, that could be a big advantage actually. As even if people catch them, they're really hard to pass them.
Yeah, you could see a bit of a train effect.
So now, if they don't have to pit again, they will obviously have a pit stop advantage. So that could have been a very smart move from them. Well, from Raymond specifically, as oh no, Houseman didn't have damage, I think. So he actually just made a strategy call.
He's now back to 14th, so whatever has happened, yeah. Position changes,
I think that was timing board glitch.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a glitch there. It's fixed itself now. So it seems like Terracer made a great start. Panos, Simlex, AMS, Picor, Emin, and Berra are all up a couple of positions. Seems like Raymond took bid himself. Kev, Houseman, Jim, Sismix. I think some of them were caught up in an instant, and others just are trying to take a free pit stop and hope that they don't lose out with the tires.
Just having a look at the race director incidents, saying that Houseman, Sismix, and Houseman and Sismix and Simbalix made contact before at turn 1, or the start at least. And then Emin already got 2 exceeded track limits warnings, and Panda, there's no warning for anyone from making contact with Panda, so he might have actually just crashed on his own.
Or maybe it just didn't register in the game, for all we know.
Yeah, could also be the case. Now obviously the safety car coming out, Finlay will get another chance at having a gold Carem for the race lead.
That'll be the key for the safety car restart. as if you can't, well, basically, stick with the guy ahead, you should be able to at least keep position, or you, or maybe even overtake somebody if you're quick enough.
Went to the field as well. It's interesting to notice that Pico has already made up 7 positions. So he's had big gains out of that start. Actually crashes if people pitting obviously, but he's made his way up to P9, starting from P16.
Plus he didn't have to use much of the soft as well, so he can probably extend his pit window by a little bit.
Yeah, this safety of crew should definitely put everyone on a soft medium strategy, or medium soft. Unless they've pitted for hards, obviously.
A safety car in this lap.
In this lap.
Everyone has caught up by now.
The pace. He hasn't got much time, the safety car came in quite late.
So let's see, what's Karim gonna do? He's keeping it late. He's went for it now, but Finlay's stuck with him.
Terrorist is making a move on the run. No, he's staying behind.
He's staying behind. One was looking for maybe moving Finlay. So the top 4 all stuck with each other. Anyone down the back. Oh no!
The spin! That's Emin!
Emin is gone.
He's down in last now. Once again. He's made contact with another car. And been spun around. Doesn't seem to have damage, so he can carry on, try and catch back up to the field.
Maybe with just a bit of battling he might be able to catch back up by then.
Sandwich and Terrace are going side by side.
Yeah, Terrace. Oh, with a wheel banging, but Terrace, he seems to have that one.
Yeah, Terrace stays ahead.
Panos is gaining.
So yeah, Panos right behind them. Maybe want to take advantage of this. He's using overtake, but is he going to be close enough? Obviously, Sandwich having 16 as well. Not quite close enough for a move.
Let's see now, Karim's the fastest lap obviously since this was it first full lap of racing.
Yeah, he's got half a second gap to Finlay already, so he's pulled away by a decent margin.
The RS situation is pretty similar for top 2. Then Ron and Terracer have used a bit more. It seems like everyone's connected to the...
Oh, Finlay!
Oh, Finlay's... That's a big mistake.
And he's down to P6, he's lost 4 positions there.
And that's what exactly what Karim needed, because now he'll be able to just get away.
Yeah, he's got 1.5 seconds to Ron, who's down P2. And he's gonna be trying to extend that gap further. Pico is getting quite close to AMS. He could be trying to set up a move using the tire advantage that he still has, probably. I think at this point his soft will still be quicker.
Yeah, it'll still be quicker, but in maybe a lap or 2 it'll probably swing the other way.
Yeah, he's actually also on the pressure from Beret from behind. DS is going to be enabled now. But that won't be much of a factor actually, as pretty much everyone is in the DRS train. And there's only one DRS on anyway. So yeah, DRS really isn't much of a... it's more of an afterthought in this race.
Yeah, doesn't seem like there's much anything happening in terms of on-track action. I'm doing my
yeah,
best.
everyone is quite close, but they're just not quite able to go for the moves. Everyone is just using slipstream from each other. Well, classic slipstream train in this case on the DRS train, as there's not much in terms of DRS going on.
But it does seem like Finlay might be able to start making his way back to the field.
Move on. Kev, he goes down inside. And he's got it done.
He's got it done, so after lap 1 instant, he's starting to make his way back to the pack.
Yeah, the safety car has definitely saved him a bit. Put him back towards the field. Karam, meanwhile, has already pulled a 2-second gap to Ron, so he's continuing to pull away at the front. Seemingly in control of this race.
Yeah, you're probably just hoping now that there's nothing else really going to happen.
Yeah, Ron has got quite a big train behind him from P7 to, well, pretty much all the way down to P14 without any huge gaps. Everyone from left in the second, except Ennen and Karam at the front. Kev gonna try and go around the outside. No, he pulls out of it. But he goes for the switchback.
Oh. That just seemed pretty close there. That was...
Yeah, that could have sent Kev into a spin, but he got a bit lucky there. Ron is pulled away by also second to Terrace now, so he's also trying to establish a second place. Has used less overtake than Teresa as well. Panos is very close to Sansovic, who is not quite just behind Teresa anymore, but still in his DRS zone.
Yeah, they're both using the ERS a lot, so they could be under pressure from Finlay very soon. That's pretty much a full battery.
And Finlay has, almost a full battery. That's, and Panos is almost nothing left anymore. So he's gonna be vulnerable to Finlay soon. Would want to make his way back to the field after that mistake. Pit window open for a 167 beyond to mediums.
Yeah, although they might stay out for another lap or two.
Move on Pico.
Pico.
Oh no! And they both spun around.
Oh, and that's exactly the kind of incident you expect to see in that kind of corner.
Yeah, I was talking about this earlier, how exactly that could happen. You just understeer into him and you're both spun around. Pico is still in P10, but Beret is all the way down in P15. Quite some way behind the field. I think both have carried on without damage though. Assist makes for the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, first penalty of the race. Yeah,
we've been waiting till lap 8 for the first penalty. Oh, that could be another warning there. Probably the track extending.
Kev goes for a move on Sismix. And still side by side, and Sismix got a better exit.
Well, ERS situation is in Kev's favour, so he might be able to do something even before 130R.
He's too far behind, I believe. Sismix also getting a slipstream from Pico.
Yeah, I have to set himself up now.
Oh,
Finlay's
Panos and
Panos.
Finlay are fighting. Finlay is so fast.
Casino Triangle. Anyone pitting this lap? Oh, Panos trying to dummy. Oh, well, yeah. You can't really tell.
Oh, Sismix has spun and he's hit the pit wall.
He's out. He's safety car. Oh, and Emma's just missed the pits.
Yeah.
Berra's got to. He's.
Sismix has spun off the Casino Triangle, clipped the pit wall, and that's cost him this race. The rear tires are gone.
And while Karam was probably thinking, I'm thinking who could take advantage of that one.
This could really help Beret, as he's now to the hard tires, gonna get a free pit stop, and he might be able to catch the pack. No, as they've only gone past the safety car, so they will also get a free pit stop.
Well, yeah, everyone else has went past pretty much. Eamon had to do a dodge to avoid him, and basically that meant he had to miss the pit lane because it was either try
Yeah,
get
but
into the
that
pit
won't
lane and
cost them.
potentially ruin your race, or just don't forget about the pit lane. So
Yeah, I would expect pretty much everyone to pit this lap, either if they're on mediums for hards or if they're on softs for mediums, to get to the end of the race. Well, they're under Delta right now, so Barry won't have a massive advantage here. He's not going to be able to move up positions, but he does get back to the pack after his collision with Picor. This obviously also puts Karem under pressure again, as Ron is going to be able to catch up to him.
also, oh yeah, the alphas. Finlay is having to keep the other guys a bit.
Yeah, Finlay
behind.
is slowing down, I believe.
Yeah, he has to let gap for double stacks.
Yeah, indeed. Karem, Ron, Teresa, Sancho, all in the pit lane, and I assume the rest of them are going to follow as well. Finlay, Panos, Simmerlings, yeah, everyone is in the pit lane.
Oh,
Even
but
Reigns
medium
is on the
runners are
hard
going to
tires
have to
already.
go for hards.
Yeah, absolutely everyone in the pit lane except Beret, who's going to be over the pit lane. Houseman actually carrying on. So Houseman is now in P1.
He's on
the
a
hard
hard,
tires.
remember?
If he brings those to the end and holds on, that would be a brilliant drive, but I would expect that Karem can use his medium tires to get past him. Finlay's down to P8.
Yeah.
So he's lost 2 positions in the pit lane and then also Houseman. Yeah, he's lost now to Panos and Simbalix, I believe. Or was Sancho behind him before the pit stop? I'm not sure.
It seems like Simbalix has jumped, has he jumped him?
Simbalix and Panos jumped Finlay. He probably got held up behind his teammate.
Yeah, seems like it. Otherwise, not much in terms of double stacks.
Yeah, Beret didn't manage to jump anyone with his earlier pit stop. So he's still in last. On the hard tires. We've got Houseman on 7 lap old hards. Kev, Emin, AMS and Beret on 1 as fresh hards and the rest of the field on fresh mediums. So pretty much 17 lap sprint race in the end, no pit stops, except maybe Houseman. But I think he will try to go to the end on hards.
So, Houseman will end up getting us restarted. Maybe the strategy could pay off if he's able to defend, but
Yeah.
it does seem like, it does seem more likely he'll just fall to the back. Oh, AMS in the pit, so he is in for mediums. He just
Interesting
want.
call actually. Losing track position to Beret was only in front of Beret, so he loses 1 position from that, but that's it. That might be worth it actually to go into the mediums.
Yeah, because he now is took both compounds. Or well, 2 compounds at least, so.
So yeah, Houseman will have to be trying to hold on against Karen, who was shown great pace in qualifying and the first part of this race on older hard tires against fresh mediums. If he does manage to do that, that would be a defensive masterclass.
Although I don't think that will happen. For you know, maybe if he can.
He could still possibly bring home a podium, maybe a top 5.
That
If this works out for him.
yeah, that does seem like plausible enough. If you can do it.
Kev has spun!
Oh,
And he's lost 1 position because of it. But he is allowed to go back fast.
well, but I mean, the hards are usually hard enough to warm up, but I guess that works. Whatever works, works, I guess.
Yeah, I'd assume they are on temperature now. Hopefully.
Well, yeah, if they weren't, I'd be pretty concerned.
Safety car coming in this lap.
So, how's Houseman gonna get this start now? It'll be a very difficult one to do.
It's gonna have to go quite late. Safety car is not in the pit lane just yet.
And Karem is just practically waiting there. Houseman's got it. Tire Race has already got the jump. So...
Sancho as well, they're going 3 wide.
3 wide. Don't spin each other, please.
No contact between them, but Ron has lost 2 positions of the restart.
Yeah.
And Houseman has been passed by Karem already. Karem is up into the lead again.
Karem in the lead, so... And now he's got a slow car effectively in between it. Himself and the rest of the pack, so... And you have to be crazy to try and move to either of the Degners, really. Well, Degner 1, even more crazy to try and move someone to Degner 1. Degner 2 is possible, but can we do it? Maybe someone in hairpin? No.
Oh, Simbalix almost dive bombed Ron there, but he managed to pull out of it just.
And Opanos was looking for a way around the outside. He's actually got a much better exit, it seems. So they'll be going side by side as they go down towards Spoon. Panos has got half a car ahead, now a full car.
Oh,
no, he went wide, so Blix will try and stick it back down the inside.
Now Finlay is quite close to them as well. Could he try and get involved?
Yeah, could he try something to 130R?
To the inside?
He's
no,
backed off.
Quite close enough.
I guess he'll just go for something into Casino Triangle.
Nope.
Oh no, he's gonna maybe try switch back on these two.
Can't get past panels here. But Terror Race is putting the pressure on Houseman. That's gonna be a move down inside into turn 1.
Probably. Oh no, Houseman's hung on.
Out. Yeah, Houseman's doing a good job here holding on to this P2. Remy was pulled away by 2 seconds already, so he is really taking advantage of this. Big train forming all the way from P2 to P14.
Yeah, there's a bit of a spaces in the train.
Yeah, but the gap really aren't bigger than 6/10 really.
Looking for a way past, perhaps. Houseman really holding up some of these guys. Because Karem's already got a 2.5 second lead, and that's just keeping on growing. Yeah,
I think definitely pretty much everyone can go faster than they are right now, because Houseman is holding up the entire field here. One of those old hearts he's trying to hold on for life. And that's obviously playing into Graham's hand, holding away at the front, as he has already got past him. But Ray's trying to make a move on Emin for P12. Not quite close enough to 130R.
And did he dive it? No. He's going to with the fastest lap.
Terror Race that's too far behind the turmoils. He's going to have to stick behind even longer. Beret though, is he going to go down inside? No, he's not.
Yeah, seems like he went stuck.
Bit of a gap forming from P9 to P10 between Raymond and Kev. More than a second now. So yeah, those hard tires really not doing well for Kev. I expect especially Pico and AMS to go way faster once, or if they play this guys. As AMS goes for a dive bomb on Beret.
Beret, he's got it. Has he got it done? Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he's got it done. Brilliant move from AMS. Bit late on the brakes, seems to be going to happen, and it works out for him up into P13. Making his way towards the points playing positions.
So 3.3 between Karem and Houseman. Terry still doesn't look like he can get a move done. However, Finlay, he was looking for some Symbolics. He's trying to just go for a better exit.
Terror Racer's gonna be able to go past Houseman here quite easily on the inside.
Yeah, he's got it done now. And
yeah, there's no way for Houseman to
oh
defend
no!
that. And, oh, he's hit him!
He's just
spun around, but he saved it. But he does have wing damage now, massive damage. Front right end plate missing completely. And he's already down to P8.
And that
there's someone off? That's Panis! Panis is off!
Oh dear, Panis is now off, so... Oh, it seems like a bit of a train. There's two people thrown off.
Raymond's going around instead of Houseman. Now Kev overtaking his teammate as well.
Yeah.
Pico are gonna try and go past him as well. Houseman down to P10.
So, it seemed like a great defensive job. It's ended up
all gone down the drain really in one corner. And now Emmon's gonna go down instead of Houseman. AMS is well looking for a way through. Houseman is dropping positions rapidly. He's got Beret right behind him. And he's passed as well. The entire field has passed him in the span of about half a lap, really.
God, my jump shock battery's low. Right. I've got to on charge now, so should be all fine. It's not
very close to Terror Racer.
Yeah. So we might see a bit more racing here.
Needs to pull away at the front, sitting fast slap after fast slap. He's totally in control of strength right now with a 5-second gap, but Central, yeah, he's going right past on the outside.
Yep, he's got past.
Houseman, the pit lane for a fresh front wing and soft tires. No, he's
flag, that's just, yep. That's just retirement in the pits. Houseman, I don't think there was much left in it for him after all that, so...
Yeah, could have been a fast slap maybe, but he decided that he doesn't want to take that.
I mean, there isn't that much to play for in the final race of the season for some people, so...
Now, this whole ordeal with Houseman has cost Weymouth a lot of time, as he's 1.8 seconds behind Finlay in P7. So, he will be playing catch up, but he's also got quite a substantial gap to Kev with 1.5 seconds. So the train is split up a bit, as Panis also is not quite with the train anymore. But AMS is right behind Emmett. It's going to be a move for P10 possibly.
Yeah, Emmett picked up a penalty.
That might cost him a top 10 position.
AMS, because he doesn't have much ERS to use. Emmett doesn't have that much more, but he has at least some.
He has DRS from Pico as well. So that is also not an advantage for AMS there. And that is not going to be able to make that move. AMS now, he has to run out of deck now. No, AMS is going to way better run.
Yeah.
It will not be possible for him to go down the inside. Oh, but does still try? No, he doesn't.
It was just a bit of a luck, maybe. Seeing if he could force a mistake out of Emmett.
I think. Beret has a lot of ERS behind him. AMS is already less than 10%. Beret can see the light flashing, so he could potentially try to silver move in the fight for the last top 10 position. Yeah, he's got way more ERS, he's about 60 while AMS is about 10. And look how much is closing in.
So Picor now, he's going for moving Kev, he has it done. The mediums should still be could be better than the hards at this stage.
Beret and... no, Beret let him go. Did not try to go around instead of AMS into turn 1. AMS trying to make a move on Emin for P10, side by side.
Yeah,
but
he
Emin still
hasn't
a
quite
better
paid
exit.
out, worked out for him yet, but he'll have another opportunity. I mean, Bear's also the terrorist has now picked up a penalty.
Oh,
That
that will
be
definitely cost him the podium. Yep.
And it seems like he's out of DRS for Sancho is. So, might be under
Yeah, he's
pressure
now under
from
big pressure.
Finlay, who still has a lot of ERS now. He might be able to get past one or two of the others here.
Symbolic to stop behind just a bit, so it's really Ron and Terrorizer for PSV right now. But, well, Ron will take it on penalties at the moment. Unless he gets one himself. Kev has just been passed by Emin and by AMS.
Yeah, he seems like he's made a big mistake. No damage, but just seems like probably he lost out of a corner and by consequence lost positions.
AMS also going past Emin, but Emin is still on the inside. And Emin goes back past him. Kev has a lot more ES than both of these guys, so he could try and get his positions back. But does have a tire disadvantage. Finlay, meanwhile, very close to Symbolics.
Yeah, he is. He's looking for any way to get past, and could have went for the inside there, but decided against it.
Meanwhile, Kev has passed AMS and now looking to pass Emin as well. And he does manage to go past both of them.
Finlay is past Symbolics.
Kev
has got back past the pair of them, so he's doing a good job there. AMS now has a penalty, so Barra will end up...
Barret going past AMS.
Yes, and he could get past Emin as well.
Double move for Barret.
Yeah. Fair.
Really good
oh! Dear. Seems like been a contact between Emin and AMS. Or EMS.
I think, yeah, AMS with huge damage. Missing the entire, the front left hand side, pretty much just a wooden plank. That's all that's left of that front wing.
Panos.
And he's gonna have to let his teammates through.
He's going so slow, which is really not helping Panos.
That's AMS, chances of a top 10 finish gone. So the train has broken up quite a lot now. The fight for P2 is not really on anymore. Terrorizer and Ron are still somewhat close to each other. Beret and Kev are still fighting over 9th.
Yeah, I guess. Now that
and Raymond is closed up to Symbolics and Finlay.
Yeah, he has closed up a bit. But Finlay will be more focused on maybe trying to just goes in to temper that or two he needs to be winning DRS and Ron.
Beret and Kev both using overtake, but Kev is way more. But Beret could still go for a move.
Yeah, he's went for it. And he's got it done.
AMS pulling to pit lane. Let's see if he goes to soft tires or if he just retires. He is just retired.
Oh, just asking if we could check Ron's warnings. I'll take...
Sure.
Just seems like the one.
Yeah, I can see one. And I think that's it.
So yeah, seems all clean on Ron's side there. The gap's been pretty stable at the front now between Carem and Sancho is. So...
Yeah, Carem is still about 4.8, close to 5 seconds ahead of Sancho. So
don't think much could change that now. not unless there's a late safety car.
Yeah, about 5 laps to go. I think Sancho is not going to be able to close that gap in any way.
No, it would have to be, well, there has to be something drastic.
Stay from Carem to make that happen.
Or a safety car, maybe.
Yeah, and Carem has driven pretty much perfectly the entire race. Haven't seen any mistakes from him. So he's probably going to take this one home. But closest fight right now is still between Beret and Pico over P8. And Kev is involved as well. He's not far behind.
Yeah, he's probably just hanging back waiting for something to happen between these two. Or one, or if not both.
And the question is if these mediums are starting to go off a bit, because normally Pico should be faster on mediums. On 11-lap-old mediums against 12-lap and 11-lap-old hards. But it doesn't seem that way. As he's got Beret right behind him. He's got more ERS than Beret, about 30% more. And Kev has another 10% more than Pico. Beret's gonna try and go for it to 130 hours.
Yeah,
He's closing in.
He's closing in, but it seemed like he closed it, but it just stopped there.
That move. Lining up a move into turn 1 possibly. He gets a good exit of the Casio triangle. There's a few more laps to go, so he can't be waiting too long for this one.
Plus Kev has a lot of ERS he could burn.
Yeah,
Beret's gaining.
Using all of the ERS he's still got. But he's trying. Nope, not
can't do it there. Simplex has picked up a penalty.
Oh, yeah.
So
also
Raymond
dropped
should be
from Finlay quite substantially actually. 2.2 seconds.
Yeah.
So that might have been a mistake the way he went wide for the warning as well.
Pickor and Beret. Doesn't seem like there's a position change there, but anyway.
Yeah, Raymond's now also all over Sumbanix in the fight for
Kev picked up a penalty. So the penalties are just starting to come in now. We haven't seen many of them, but they're coming in at probably the most crucial time. Teresa is nearly back within DRS of Sancho is. So if that happened, he would have a bit of it would be a bit easier for him to defend against Ron and Finlay.
Yeah, right now we're dropping back into P5 based on this penalty.
But it doesn't seem like it's really affected him there.
Beret is very close to Pico now. About 3 tenths between them, and they're gonna go into the main straight once more. He's using ERS already.
Kev's using his ERS there. Bit of switch.
Side by side to turn 1 it is.
People are sticking ahead. Maybe he wants to get this. Oh no!
Oh,
God, he's
mistake from Bahrain. That's allowed Kev passed.
Yep, he's passed, and well, Pickor now is probably a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, as Kev can go past him without Pickor actually losing a position, as Kev got a 3-second time penalty.
Oh, it seemed like AMS or on Emin's incident was a case of Emin maybe braking a bit too early. So maybe, although we don't know, maybe that's what he thinks. So
is it what AMS is saying, or?
Yeah, that's what AMS is saying. But obviously that one will probably be investigated. Well, it won't really mean that much in the context of this race.
Yeah, Emin's also the points at the moment, and he's got time penalty already as well. Kev going for move on Pico.
He's on the inside, he's got done.
Yeah, but he would have to pull away by 3 seconds, which seems unlikely. But Terra Racer's right behind Sancho, actually.
Yeah,
He's caught him.
Sancho has lost a lot of pace, so he'll be in trouble then. Oh, he's in trouble now. Probably pushed a bit too much on the tyres early on.
Yeah, maybe trying to catch Karem, just hasn't managed his tyres well enough, and now he's got Terra Racer right behind him, but obviously Terra Racer does have a penalty.
Oh, Ron's actually fallen now with DRS.
Yeah, so maybe Terra Racer is just picking up the pace now. Just stopping the tyre management and going full beans. Trying to at least take P2 on track and maybe drive away enough from Ron and Finlay to bring home, to get away at them even with the penalty. So Ray is past Pico. Raymond very close to Simbalix though. No movement to Cassia Triangle.
Let's see. Serious rising on track. Finlay is though, so looks like he'll be able to still end up on the podium. Terrace, or probably has
Raymond's done past Simbalix.
Picked out the pace, and that's been the perfect opportunity for Finlay to take a position from Ron. So some good teamwork from the Alphas, which is probably enough reason to show why they are Constructors Champions.
Yeah, we're on the second to last lap now. Terra Racer is right behind Sancho, and Ron and Finlay are still fighting over 4th. Raymond is past Simbalix for 6th, who doesn't quite seem to be on the same page as he is.
Oh, it's here for Terra Racer there.
Oh, he's dropped back.
He's dropped back, but not by that much. We're nearly at the end of the race now, so...
Yeah, Karem's gonna start the last lap soon. It's not getting much more opportunities for these guys to get themselves to a higher position. Ron could try and repass Finlay, he's very close to him.
There's not much here has to do it with, so... Karem's out to start the final lap, and the final lap of the season. So
Ron is using all of the years he still has, but so is Finlay, so I doubt that Ron is going to make
yeah, it doesn't seem like there will be Anton.
Simbalix, same for Simbalix and Raymond, but Simbalix is closing in, but it won't be enough. Emin and Pico are actually in for the fight for P10, as Emin is way more ERS. So he could potentially try and make a move on track, which he would probably lose on
and it's... Pico's kept that one.
Yeah, he had a little look on the outside, but didn't actually stick that in. Wasn't quite confident enough for that one.
So... Finlay and Ron... So they're actually so close now, so Ron, this may well be for the podium. He is... Really pass? No, not quite. He's gonna probably have to wait that one out.
He's got one more opportunity.
Yeah.
But not much he has to do it with. And Karem, meanwhile, is gonna come home to win the final race of the season.
Yep, so our season where he's had a bit of bad luck and some missed opportunities. He did win one race in France, but it's going to be a second one in Japan. VRT Karem wins in Japan to cap off the season. We also have very good results. Sancho is P2, Terrace P3 on track, but Finlay... Actually, no. Finlay's managed to slow down enough to Terrace takes the podium. So Finlay 4th, Ron 5th, Raymond 6th, Simbalix 7th, Kev 8th, Baron 9th, Picard 10th, Emin would be 11th, and then Panos...
Kev could fast look race in the final lap with 28.9 on hard tires.
That's a surprise.
I believe Finlay and Ron may have run more fuel on the line. Either that or Finlay blocked Ron. One of those two.
Yeah.
But I can't explain them losing 1 second in the final sector.
Yeah. I added the podium says to the interviews there, or to apply for interviews, only if they want, so. So, VRT Karem takes the win from pole and having led, well, pretty much every lap, and he just had his fast lap snatched away by 0.02 of a second, almost a grand slam. Sancho is P2, Terracer P3, Finley P4, Alan P5, Raymond P6, Sibilix P7, Barrett P8, Degra P9, Pickor P10, Emma P11, Ballas P12, DNFs, AMS, Houseman, Sysmex, and Panda. That is the season there. We'll just see if they'll join for interviews now. Teres has joined us. I know. So you end up getting the podium there, although it does seem your teammate was a bit slow towards the on the last lap there. So a pretty decent result to cap off the season, and you'd be happy with your season overall.
Yeah. Well, overall there were some races where I just made some mistakes that could have gotten me some wins, but overall it was not too bad to finish a 1, 2, 3 for the FRL, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, so it just seemed like was just a bit of a DRS train, it seemed, or for a lot of the race, was it? And then you just had to try get to 3 seconds at the end.
Yeah, I got some stupid warnings, like so unnecessary, so that made it a whole lot tougher. But yeah, then after that it was too difficult to get the P2 anyway, so really happy with P3 and P2 in the championship.
Yeah, I'll just see if the others join, maybe. Although I don't think Karem will join because he doesn't like interviews that much, so.
Yeah, seemingly I think not gonna join.
Yeah.
So, you want Finley to join?
Well, no, he doesn't have to if he doesn't want to, so.
Okay.
Sancho will join us, but I don't think Karem will, so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should end it here then.
Or no, Sancho is going to join, so.
Oh, Sancho is going to join. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't think he's gonna join, is he?
No, doesn't seem like he is. So I think that's where we're going to end it. So Thank you all for watching throughout the season. I know F6 didn't have some streams before Monaco, so but it was fun to commentate over the races I was able to stream. So thank you all for watching, and hopefully I will see you again for next season, which will start at the end of March. So thank you all, and